Back, everybody's BlastSportz. As you know, I'm your host, Jay, also known as Coach Jay, damn it. And everybody knows I bring the best damn talent to my platform. And today I have a phenomenal receiver, from the WNFC, her rookie year. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, y'all. I'm Destiny. It's my first year with the Jersey Shore Wave Women's Pro Football Team as your wide receiver. How are you doing?
So let's start this fantastic journey. How did you start playing sports in general?
So I come from a family of like multiple sports. A lot of my family played football, basketball, even softball. So I literally grew up all around the guys playing football in my backyard. My grandfather taught me football, basketball, all the sports you could really name it. I tried to be in everything just because I was that kid growing up. I did play basketball. I did track and field from middle school, about sixth, seventh grade until my senior year of high school. And then I started playing flag around my 11th grade year. So I was kind of doing like two, three sports at the same time. And then after I had my daughter, my senior year, I kind of took a break off, went
You
into the
said you had
medical.
a daughter?
I do. I have a daughter.
Congratulations.
Thank you. She's 10 years old, and I also have a 6-year-old son.
Awesome.
So pretty much after I had her, I kind of took a break from sports all overall. I had took a break from sports in general and went to the medical field. So I am a certified medical assistant. And after that, the pandemic, I was already in like Robert Wood Johnson in New Brunswick. So it was just a lot during that pandemic and then all that. So I took a break from the medical field, kind of drifted my way back into sports as my daughter got older. And then here we are. I found the WNFC last summer, and I was just going to games, looking, seeing like, oh, like there's women that's actually tackling. I didn't know they had a tackle league. I was like, they could do it, I can do it too. So then here I am with my first season. Had tryouts in October of 2024, and I made the team, and I was so happy. So now, welcome to WNFC, and I'm a receiver. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
You've played sports at a
Mhm.
young age.
Yeah.
Um, you had a beautiful baby,
Yeah.
then you had to take time off.
Yeah.
What clicked on you in your head to say, I gotta come back?
Pretty much, it was just the fact that I'm a person that's always on the go. So like I can't sit for long. So I'm like, okay, I took a break from the medical field. I'm not doing as much as I used to do. I'm like, okay, maybe me getting back into my niche, which was sports, and sports always brought that drive in me. And I was like, what is it that I can do to kind of get myself back into my happy place? Because obviously for the pandemic, COVID was a very traumatic time for a lot of people, a lot of dark times. So I kind of used sports and poetry at the time to kind of be like, here's my niche. How can I get back to my happy place? And I thought of the sports that were literally my happy place, which was basketball, track, and flag. But at the time with flag, they had so much different stuff going on where they were focusing more on the high school kids. And I was already older, already post college and everything. So I was like, let me see if I could find a league. It was kind of hard, which then it led me to Jersey Shore Wave. So I was like, hey, it's tackle. But honestly, my niche is just pretty much I'm on the go. I can't sit still. So if I'm not
Trust me.
working, right, if
Trust
I'm
me.
not
I'm with you. That's why I said like this. I'm with you. I get it. I can't just
yeah,
sit there. I go crazy.
yeah, like if I'm not working, then like I said, sports or poetry is literally just my getaway to be like, hey, you could do it, I could do it too. And we can get there and, anything that keeps me in my right head space.
No, I get it. I get it. You played the flag football in high
Mhm.
school, junior year.
Correct. Yeah.
Um, it wasn't flag football wasn't as big as it is now.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty sure, no disrespect,
No,
there wasn't a lot of ladies playing,
nope, there were not.
and
I
the
was mostly in the
competition level
co-ed
must have been a lot lower. You took
at
a
the
big leap.
yeah.
You took a very big leap, and you credits to you. Tip my hat off to you.
Thank you,
And you
thank you.
started
Thank you.
playing. You took a couple of years off, and then you started playing again.
Yep, I definitely did. I was when I first started flag, though, they didn't really have, like you said, like a big league for strictly the girls. I was
Mm-hmm.
mostly in co-ed, so I was sitting here matching up with boys. We were sitting here on the team with boys, but then also going against a whole team of boys only, and probably being the only one or two girls on the other side of the fence. Yeah, it was a very competitive game, but like I said, I got my put my big dog on, and I got through it. So
No, the hell with it. You went for it.
yeah,
Was it discouraging? I mean, come on, you saying it right there. I'm pretty
yeah,
much playing against a bunch of dudes,
yeah.
and they
At
looking
times,
down on me.
yeah, at times it really was to the point where I just had to prove myself. Like they're like, hey, you want this spot? You want to prove that you belong here? Then it's like you got to show us. So that drive that I got back then, I'm starting to bring that out now here within the WNFC. And like I said, as time progresses, I know I'm gonna
But
be
that dog is
yeah.
coming out of
Yeah,
you.
that dog is coming.
That dog's coming out. I can see because that chip in your shoulder. You like, yeah, I'm letting the dog out little by little. I got a little
Yeah,
scared there, but
yeah. It's coming.
you. I know you said you come from a family, a background, a family of athletes. Everybody's an
Hmm.
athlete. So it's in
Hmm.
your gene pool. Everybody
Yeah,
plays. But on the field, you said I had to prove myself.
correct.
What dirty plays done to you?
And flag, yes,
How
yeah.
did you bounce back from that? And my, how did you bounce back from that? Better yet.
Bouncing back from it, I mean, for me personally, like I said, I don't take cheap shots, as you would call it, or like the dirty shots as something where it's like, hey, you're not good enough. I think when even now, if somebody pulled a cheap shot or like a dirty shot, it's just them kind of taking that like I see the potential in you. I want you to bring that dog
Yeah.
out per se. So I mean, honestly, me bouncing back from it, I just look back on, okay, this is what happened here. How can I make this 10 times better? Or how can I make it where, okay, I did my due diligence. So now it's not necessarily where I feel like people have to back off of me, but it's more of the fact like, hey, like you earned my respect in my book, you know?
Gotcha.
Hmm.
You took on a gladiator sport. This is no disrespect to
Yeah,
MMA, rugby, boxing, kickboxing, any full contact sport. That's a gladiator sport. Not saying that the other athletes are not athletes because clearly there's skill set in every sport, but this is a
right.
gladiator sport.
Hmm.
And you went from playing flag to playing with pads.
Hmm.
What is the biggest transition you are going through now with playing with
Um,
pads versus because in flag there's no
yeah.
pads. You can see
Yeah,
everything.
there's no flags. Well, yeah, just
Yeah.
little weightless flags and you just
Yeah. No
running.
contact. Nobody could
Yeah,
touch
no
you.
contact, right. I mean, honestly, right now, I don't think it's the biggest hurdle, but I think it's just me getting used to the weight of everything and then constantly, like literally everything is pads, mouthpiece, every a helmet all the time. Where if we were can like how we condition now with our warm-ups and stuff, literally you have to have your pads. You can't take your helmet off. Our coaches want everything full blown as if we're on that field for that whole 11 minutes. You're going to sit here and condition and get that
Yeah.
feeling. So it's not, I think me personally, I'm getting used to it now. It wasn't much of a problem for me when we first started with pads, but it is a big transition with, like I said, you're literally doing everything and you cannot take anything off and you got to get used to that feel. And also, we haven't done a lot of contact yet, but I feel like when it comes to contact, I think I'll be all right. But
No,
like I
no,
said, it's a different feeling. It's a different feeling, but I love it though. It gives me an adrenaline rush. Like,
I hear that. See, I'm not
yeah,
an athlete like you. I'm just a fat Spanish guy who would say
yeah,
that thinks he knows everything, but just knows how
right,
to eat everything. You know,
yeah, yeah,
not an
yeah,
athlete.
yeah.
But you did track.
Yes, I
You
did.
played flag,
Hmm.
played equipment. How much has doing track help you, helped you, or is helping you on the football field?
I think me as a receiver, just like when we're coming off, like when our quarterback says "hut go," like it's just that. I have that automatic like drive and that stance that I had in track where it's just like I don't necessarily have to be in my starting blocks anymore. It's just get in that stance, and when she says hut go, it's just
It's just
boom.
go.
Yeah, it just
Because I
goes.
seen you
So
out there. You're
yeah,
fast.
thank you. I
No,
appreciate
you're welcome. You are fast.
it.
Phenomenal. I was at a practice today. Saw it. Phenomenal. And I'm looking at you like, wow, And when you said track, I was like, oh shit, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it connected the dots for me.
Hmm.
You playing football, what do you think in a positive way that teaches your daughter?
That anything she sees on TV or boys are sitting here saying, "Hey, that's a boy sport. You can't do that." It's just to
Hmm.
prove, just to be that role model to prove to her that, hey, anything that these boys out here or guys are saying to you, you can sit there and prove to them and show them, like, hey, if you can do it, I can do it too. And even if she wants to be a little cocky, I could do it 10 times better than you,
There
you
you
know?
go. Put that
So
chip in the shoulder.
it's just more of gaining the confidence. I think showing her like, hey, it may seem like it's a hurdle and this is a big leap, but you can definitely do it if you put your mind to it. And she also was at we have the She Got Her Back program. I'm not sure if you are
No, I'm
like
not. I
familiar
am
with.
not familiar with that.
Right. So in the WNFC, they have a flag football camp with the some of the WNFC women's teams. They'll sit there and have some players coach the girls to have like a little camp. And they held one during the summertime, like earlier last year. And my daughter was a part of it, and she came out of there. She did a few drills with some of my teammates and stuff. And she was like, "Mom, this is amazing. I didn't know girls could do this." And she's just so used to seeing NFL and the guys playing. She's like, I didn't even know girls could do this. So it's like another confident booster for her. She's like seeing my mom do it, and maybe when I grow up, she's kind of more into cheerleading right now. But like I
That's
said,
fine.
I don't fight her. I don't sit here and push her. I said whatever sport, whatever activity you decide you want to do, even if you want to be in the marching band, do what you want to do.
Whatever
Whatever you
makes you
do, just
happy.
excel. Right. Whatever makes you happy,
Right?
just excel at it. That's all I
Yeah.
care of.
Yeah.
Yep,
As long as you're
that's
not
it.
hurting nobody, go for
Right.
it.
Exactly.
Now, how did you? I know you come from a family of athletes.
Hmm.
How proud was your family that you took sports off
Hmm.
and then you're back into it now? Now you're a professional.
Yeah, they're ecstatic. I think one of my cousins, he recently just finished his season with Duke. So he's a wide receiver at Duke. He literally was like, oh, like he just looked on my Instagram one day. He's just like, what are you doing over there? I was like, I just came from football practice. He said, football. I was like, yeah. He was like, you play? And I was like, yeah. When I tell you this man hauled tail from his campus in North Carolina and came to Jersey and he
That's
started
awesome.
training, yeah, training with me during the summer. He was just like, I'm gonna be the number one fan at your games. You don't understand like how great this is. He was like, it also took a little bit off of his back because he is like kind of known as like the star football player right now. So he's kind of like, we have somebody else in the family that can like carry the footsteps, and then I can share like everything within the family. Now it's not just him. So he's really ecstatic. A lot of my family was ecstatic. So it just makes me happy that I can make them proud in different ways.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome that you have your cousin. He plays D1.
Hmm.
Um, Clearly the basketball team for Duke is very high level D1, and the football team is not as high as a level because they're focused more on basketball, but still D1.
Yes, he definitely is a D1 football player. So.
Yeah. Does he tell you, hey man, does he need you got any advice, D? Hit me up. I got you.
Yep, all the time. Literally, he hit me up earlier today. He was just like, "How was your practice?" Because he knows I've been like, he knows my schedule now. So when he's not busy or nothing, he just be like, "How's it going?" Or "What you need help with?" Or is there anything that I can do to help? You know. So he's very supportive. So I'm
That's
really happy to
awesome.
have him by my side.
Now, I know that flag is different than we all know flag is different than equipment.
Yeah.
Has he said to you, hey, record your route running? I need to see it so I can point out what you're doing wrong.
Yep, he always asks if I have any footage, or even with me not, even though this is my first season, he also is always looking at the Victory Plus app, like at my team in general, just to see where their standpoint is or where they could have done better for this year. And then he asks me like during practice, do you see this or do you feel this way? So like I said, he gives me pointers. He also is kind of asking me to get him the rundown of what's going on just so where he can kind of put his expertise at. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah.
Now, I'm pretty sure when you this, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Coming when you took that time off, coming back on the field,
Hmm.
clearly you're good enough. You went from flag to equipment, skill sets there.
Hmm.
When did the game slow down for you, D? That you was like, yeah, this game's slowing down. I see all the mistakes now. Got her. I could do this move. Got her. I could do that. But when did it slow down for you?
Honestly, I think it when I first like initially came back into the sport because I know during the summer they had held a lot of like summer workouts. So like yeah, it wasn't the full blown team, but obviously a lot of returning players came, did workouts. We were running different drills and stuff. And it was at one point where I'm like, hey, I really took a long time off. Like, I really need to get myself back in shape. But I also use that as my drive in saying, like, hey, if I really want to be where I used to be years ago in the sports that I used to excel, and I can definitely do that here. I just need to apply pressure and do everything I had to do. So I would say the time where I felt it the most really was during the summertime when I just like took it out on a whim and was like, let me just do this, do
It
this,
started
not
just
play.
slowing down for you.
Yeah. And I was just like, whoa.
When did when did you know I want to go professional? When did that dawn on you?
Um, it honestly happened right before we had trials. Like the week before we had trials, like I was contemplating, like, should I really do this? Like, do I really want this for myself? And then when I really thought about it, I was like, no, like you came too far. You really sat here and took your time trying to get yourself conditioned, get yourself ready for trials, get yourself here to the point where I'm like, you know what, it's either all or nothing. So I'm gonna leave it out all on that field, and hopefully my skills and everything is seen when I leave.
Gotcha, gotcha. What was the sense of relief like when you got the, hey, you made the team?
Oh, I was ecstatic. I was literally like, like that's it was a big stepping hurdle for me. So I'm just like, hey, now I made the team. Now let's really crack down, put the work and put myself in business, get the work going, do what I need to do. And then at that time, that was around the same time when I first got my offer letter. My cousin was the first person I said something to. I was like, "Hey, I made it." And he was just like, "Yeah, I told you." He flew down from North Carolina. He's like, "Yeah, let's go in the gym. Let's get in the lab. Let's get going now."
That's
So
awesome.
yeah,
That's awesome. Was the 10-year-old girl in you excited?
yeah, definitely it made me think back to like where you have that like image in the back of your head, and it's like I have that 10-year-old girl just in the corner, like looking down, like, hey, you were up here at one point in time, and now look how far you've gotten. So I always have my 10-year-old self in my head, like, hey, I said I was going to be here one day, and look where you're at now, like you're achieving your dreams. So that's the kind of mentality I want to carry for the other younger girls that are coming into sports or just even just trying to find their niche, even if it's not sports, just in general, their passion.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think a big reason you're gonna make it, and I know you will make it. Excuse me. The reason, God willing, got nothing, no injuries happen, but
Mhm.
it seems like it's not about you.
No.
It's you're a team person, and but then again, you've always played on a team, so this is like second nature to you
Hmm.
to have that team mentality.
Hmm.
Now, you've played in flag football in high school.
Hmm.
Women got no notoriety.
Yep. Yep.
Now you're starting to see more athletes come out.
Hmm.
Women are getting more recognition. You're a professional athlete.
Hmm.
Regardless of it, you are a professional.
Hmm.
What is the biggest growth you've seen from when you was in high school playing flag football to you being a professional now? And you could be a little arrogant and say right now, God damn it, I'm a professional. But
Yeah.
what is the biggest
I
takeaway you've seen?
Literally just how fast everything has expanded over the years. Like, yes, it took a minute where everything was a standstill. Like, hey, women's sports or women even doing male-dominated sports was like frowned upon. So it's like
Yeah.
even from high school to now, it's just like, wow. Like it's expanded. Like I said, flag is literally going to the big leagues like NFL and broadening even internationally. So I think my take on it is just like I just want to see it flourish, like continue to flourish. And then, like I said, with flag, then obviously comes a broader horizon for the women's tackle. Like, yeah, we have some mainstream, we are getting broadcasted, but I do want to see as fast as flag blew up, I want to see even more of women's tackle being blown up. And it will come in time. Like I said,
Oh,
it
it's
took a
definitely
long time.
coming.
Yeah,
It's
it's
coming. It's
definitely
coming.
coming.
You can see it. You can
Yeah.
see the progression.
Hmm.
You see the progression coming.
Hmm.
I mean, the mere fact that ESPN 3 aired the championship game.
Yeah,
And by
that's
the
a
way,
big thing.
for the record, that was the most watched sport
For
that day. I think it was on ESPN 3 or something like that. Like,
hmm.
it took the record books.
Yeah,
Now imagine, now I'm pretty sure there might be a little pressure, or they're gonna put it on ESPN 2, or maybe another year of ESPN 3 just to see if it will outdo it.
right.
But that's huge. That's a huge
It,
milestone.
yeah, no, it really is, and I'm so proud of every single woman that is dominating in not only flag, but again tackle as well. But
Yeah,
again, I'm proud of all the women that are showing out. You know.
as you should. That's awesome. Now that you're playing equipment, are you gonna be ready for the trash talking?
Oh, for sure. Well, I feel like we already kind of do that in our
You're
teams
a
now,
trash
like in our
talker. I can see it.
scrimmages.
I can
Yeah.
see it. I can see it. You know what you said? You was like, oh yeah, yeah, we're gonna.
I mean, I don't have a problem. I mean, like me, just personally, like if you bark, I'll bark back. You know,
Yeah.
I don't have no problem.
Are you excited for the game? Season's around the
I
corner.
I am. I've been so excited. I even with us just having pads on and everything, like every milestone, every practice literally is just excitement for me. It's just like, what are we gonna do next? What's next? But I really am excited to see other women within this league go and give it my all on that field, on and off the field. Like I said again, I have a big respect for
Yeah.
everybody in this league and just in general. So,
You have a 9 to 5.
hmm.
You're a professional athlete. Many people do this,
Hmm.
but your mom
That too.
too. You're your mom as well, and
Yeah.
you do have a. How do you keep that balance? Because you have a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah, literally, I like I said, I'm like an Energizer bunny. I'm like the Tasmanian devil. I never stop. But I also have that time where I do require rest. I do require the proper needs for myself. So it's honestly just like I said, I always set my weekly schedule. As of right now, like I said, we do football practices every Saturday, early morning, 7 to 9 a.m. So like I said, that's already set for the day. Then after that. I usually will, you know, come home, sit here, eat, give kids attention. By that time, like I said, my kids are old enough where they are independent. They're more independent than they were before, to the point where it's like they know mommy was at football. The first thing they'll ask, how was football today? And they want to hear everything. So it's just
Yeah,
like I juggle. Obviously, you be a mom. It's always being a mom first, but also tying in football. They love football. They love just all sports. So it's like I can incorporate literally everything to
that's
make it
awesome.
work for me.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. I'm really happy for you. I really am.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
How do you get the workout in? Do you do it in the morning? Do you do it at night?
So most of my workouts are literally at night because I work early mornings typically during the week. So during that time, like I'll rest a little while. You know, that time I'm putting kids on the bus, getting them together for school the next day. And then after they're usually in bed or wind down, I have a gym right in my complex here in my apartment
Nice.
complex. So I just walk over there, get a few reps and get some repetition, and then go over some workouts that'll help me within my position, and then kind of go from there.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Final question of the day. I know you listen to music.
I do.
I want your five top songs you listen to when you're working out.
I love Biggie, so I'm gonna get a big Notorious B.I.G. fan. So
Big,
honestly, it's
big Big fan right here. But go
yeah,
ahead.
big B.I.G. So honestly, my go-to lately has been Hypnotized. It's just like that upbeat.
Got you.
I also love Nas. So I'm one thing about me, I'm
Yo,
big
what's
on
going
the
on
older.
here?
I'm big
We
on the
sharing a
old.
brain here? That's
I'm big
my
on the
two favorite hip
older
hop artists.
artists.
But go ahead.
Yeah, I love Nas. Honestly, anything Nas. It's just like I've always
Yeah.
grew up on Nas. So like anything Nas, it doesn't even matter the song. It's just Nas. In general, he just gets my blood pumping. I'm also a big R&B buff, so
Okay.
I love like Tony Braxton and stuff. But Tony is that love song. So like I'm when I'm working out, I want that upbeat get
Yeah.
me get me
I was
started.
gonna say, what's going on,
Yeah.
girl?
Yeah,
Can we make it? You
I
gotta
know.
give me some
It's
hardcore stuff. You was hitting me good with the Nas, with the Biggie. Then you threw me off with
okay.
Tony Brown. Well, I mean,
I
to each
know
his
Tony
own.
Pratt.
I'm not gonna
I know
judge.
to each his own, but that's I mean, like I said, Tony can get me there in a certain
Okay.
point. But I mean, for upbeat, I really grew up listening to like Linkin Park and like Paramore.
Mm,
So like Paramore, that's like my benching. I'll usually just kind of go to the beat and go,
okay.
do some small stuff or dumbbell work. I do a lot of dumbbell work as well. So stuff like that. I'm trying to
Last
think.
one. You gave me four. I need
Yeah.
one more.
Uh, I'll go with Tupac because Tupac and Biggie is
All right.
hand in hand with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought he was gonna hit me up with some DMX, Rough Riders.
Okay, you can't go wrong with DMX. You
I think
can't. I
you
know.
can't. You
Look,
can't.
you can't. You
You can't.
cannot go wrong with DMX.
God rest his soul. God rest all three of their
Yes, God
souls.
rest. Yes, God rest all three of their souls.
But listen, I want to thank you.
Of course, thank you.
I really appreciate you. We already talked behind the scenes how we're gonna do the next interview, and I really look
Yeah,
forward to it.
and I look forward to it. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. And by the way, great route running today. I saw it. By the way, I did. I
Thank
was
you.
at the practice, guys. I showed up. I was there. She could testify that I was there.
Yes, he was definitely there.